Okay, question 1. Jason left his house at 10:20 and took 25 minutes to cycle from his house to the library. He spent 1 hour and 30 minutes in the library and left the library. So at what time did he leave the library? Give your answer in 24 hours clock. Guys, for this question, we have to use a timeline. So he started at 10:20. Okay, he took 25 minutes to cycle from his house to the library. So you add 25 minutes. So the time now should be 10:45, right? Then you have to add another 1 hour and 30 minutes. So maybe we add 1 hour first. So it will be 11:45. Okay guys, I know that we need to add 30 minutes, but we have to split it up into 15 minutes, 15 minutes, because we want to make it into a full hour. So this will be 1200, 15 minutes plus another 15 minutes. So that will be 12:15. Okay, so that's the answer. 12:15. Okay, so guys, please take note, when we want to leave it in the 24 hours clock, right, there's always 4 digits. Okay, and it's just 1215. No decimal point, no H at the end. Okay, so that's it. Question 2. Find the area of the shaded triangle. Okay guys, to find the area of the shaded triangle is very straightforward, because we just need to use the area equals to half times base times height. So what is the base? The base here, right, can you see that it's actually 11 minus 6, that is 5 cm. And the perpendicular height is 20. So it's just half times 5 times 20. So that will give us 50 square centimeter. Question 3. Diana had 600 grams of flour. She used 2/3 of the flour to bake a cake and 1/4 of the flour to bake a tart. So how much flour did Diana use altogether? Okay, so for this question, right, what we need to do is we have to change all the fractions to the same denominator, because it is fractions of the same object. 2/3 of the flour and 1/4 of the flour. So 2/3 and 1/4. 3 and 4, please change it to the same denominator. Okay, so the lowest common multiple is 12. So it's times 4 times 4 times 3 times 3. So this will be 8/12 and this will be 3/12. So what we can say, right, is that total is 12 units. Okay, so for the cake, she used 8/12. So for the cake, she used 8 units. And for the tart, she used 3 units. So altogether, she used 11 units. So if we know that in all, 12 units equals to 600, right? So 1 unit will be 600 divided by 12, that will be 50. So she used a total of 11 units, right? So that will be 11 times 50. We have 550. Question 4. The graph shows the number of books donated by some P5 students. For students who donated at least 2 books, they were each given 2 bookmarks by the school. So how many bookmarks were given altogether to these students? Okay, first of all, we have to read this graph. Can you see that 8 students did not donate any books at all? Okay, and 24 students donated 1 book each. 29 students donated 2 books each. And 16 students donated 3 books each. And lastly, we have 6 students. We have 6 students who donated 4 books each. Okay. So how many bookmarks were given to these students, guys? Those who actually get the bookmarks are actually those students who donated 2 or more books. So those who donated 2 or more books, right, it will be 2, 3, and 4. So we just need to add up the total number of students. Okay, that will be 29 plus 16 plus 6. That will give us, in this case, let me just recalculate, 51. Okay, 51 students donated at least two books. So each one of them will get 2 bookmarks, right? So 51 times 2, they will get a total of 102 bookmarks. The table below shows the marks that 3 students got in a quiz. So use your information below and complete the table. Ivan scored a total of 255 marks for all 3 subjects. Find Ivan's mathematics score. Jaden scored the lowest. Okay, never mind. We do A first. So Ivan had a total of 255. Okay, so the English is 79, science is 91. So what we do is that 255 minus 79 minus 91. That will be 85 marks. Okay, and Jaden scored the lowest for science and Ivan scored the highest for science among the 3 students. Kenneth's science score was the highest among his 3 subjects. Find Kenneth's science score. So guys, you see here, Jaden scored the lowest for science and Ivan scored the highest for science. So for Kenneth, his marks has to be somewhere in between because he will be number 2. So for Ivan, right? Sorry, for Kenneth, right? We can say that his marks has to be either 86, 87, 88, 89 or 90. So that he's in the middle of Jaden and Ivan. So then Kenneth's science score was the highest among his 3 subjects. Okay, so it has to be, his score has to be higher than the mathematics, which is 87, has to be higher than 89. So the only answer, it has to be 90. Okay, Lena and Melissa saved a total of $572. Lena and Nicole saved a total of $360. So Melissa saved 3 times as much as Nicole. So guys, this question, right, it tells us about the model, right? It has to be a combination of 2 persons. So Lena and Melissa, Lena and Nicole. So Lena is a constant, but Melissa and Nicole, right, based on this sentence here, right, you can see Melissa saved 3 times as much as Nicole. So what we can say is that Melissa is 3 units and Nicole will be 1 unit. So when we draw the model, right, Lena plus Melissa, it goes like this. Lena plus 3 units. Lena plus Nicole. So I have Lena. Then I have Nicole, which is 1 unit. So Lena plus Melissa, 572. Lena plus Nicole, 360. Okay, so we know that these 2 units, this difference here, it will be 572 minus 360. Okay, so of course we will get the answer as 212. So 1 unit will be 212 divided by 2. I have 106. So find Lena's saving. Lena's saving will be 360 minus 106. That will give us $254. Okay. Keith bought some game cards. He gave 3/5 of them to his brother and 1/4 of the remainder to his cousin. So after that, Keith had 54 game cards left. How many game cards did Keith buy? Okay guys, this question, right, can we just do a layering method? Okay, so can you see that he start off with 5 units. So he gave 3/5, so 3/5 to his brother, and then he's left with the remainder. So guys, remainder we can just layer it down to the second layer. So divide into 4. So he gave 1 unit, 1/4 of the remaining to his cousin, and he's left with 54. Okay, so guys, let's work with the second layer first. So we know that 3 units equals to 54, right? So 1 unit equals to 54 divided by 3. That will be 18. So altogether 4 units will be 4 times 18, 64. Okay, so this 64 it will translate to the first layer. So under the first layer, right, we know that 2 units equals to 64. So 1 unit equals to 64 divided by 2. That will be 32. Okay, so altogether he has 5 units. So 5 units will be 5 times 32. That will give us 160. Question 8. In the figure below, ABCD is a rectangle and EFGD is a square with an area of 64 square centimeter. Find the total area of the shaded part. Okay guys, to find the shaded part, right, I think sometimes most of the time for P5, P6 question, right guys, we have to look at the actually unshaded. Then we take the total minus the unshaded, then we can get the shaded. Okay, so if you look at this, right guys, this is 64 square centimeter for a square. Guys, whenever we have the area of a square, right, whenever for a square, if we have the area is equals to 64, we can find the length. How do we find the length? We have to make use of this function called the square root function. Okay, so in your calculator, right, the square root function is here. Okay, so you square root the area of a square, you'll get the length, which is 8 cm. Okay, so square root 64, I will get 8 cm. So we know that this is 8, this is 8. Okay, if this is 8, then GC, right, it will be 20 minus 8, I have 12. Then this side here, AE, right? AE I can also get it by taking 22 minus 8, 14 cm. Okay, so find the total area of the shaded part. Okay guys, so first of all, can I classify this as area A, area B, and area C? So I just need to find the total. So the total equals to 20 times 22, 440 square centimeter. Then after that, what I need to do, right, is that I need to minus off the area of A, area of B, area of C. So it's very straightforward. 440 take away A. How to take away A? Half times 14 times 20. Take away B. B will be half times 12 times 22. Then now I need to take away C as well. C will be minus another 64. Okay, so guys, if you were to do all this, right, this is a calculator. Okay, you should get 104 square centimeter, and that's the answer. Okay, question 9. The figure below is made up of a rectangle and a square. So find the value of angle A. Okay guys, this is quite straightforward because for a rectangle and a square, right, we always have a right angle. Okay, so can you see that this is a right angle? And I can find this angle here. Okay, because this is 60, this is 90. So what I can say is that 90 minus 67 equals to 23 degrees. So this angle down here, right, okay, it is 23 degrees. So now, can you see that the square also has another right angle here? Okay, so if I have another right angle, this is 90. So my angle A is very easy. It's just 90, take away the 23, take away 33. So take away these two angles, I'm left with A. Okay, and of course, these two will add up to 56, and my A will be 34 degrees. Okay, question 10. At an exhibition, the ratio of the number of adults to the number of children was 7:4. There were 108 more adults than children. So after some time, 35 adults and 24 children left the exhibition. So how many people remain at the exhibition? Okay guys, you know that um, if I say ratio, right, ratio of adult to children is 7:4. That means adult and children, adult will have 7 units. Children will have 4 units. And can you see that the difference is actually 108 as indicated here? Okay, so we know that 3 units will be 108. So 1 unit, it will be 108 divided by 3, that will be 36. And total they are all together 11 units, right? 7 plus 4. So 11 units will be 11 times 36. That will give us 396. And if let's say 35 adults and 24 children left, right? So how many remain? So it will be 396 minus 35 and minus 24. That will be 337. Okay, so that's the answer. The total cost of 5 t-shirts and two dresses is $253. The total cost of 3 t-shirts and 6 dresses is $483. So how much does Emily need to pay if she wants to buy 1 t-shirt and 1 dress? Okay guys, for this type of questions, right, you see that there are 2 variables. Okay, so t-shirts and dresses. So what we do is that we just write them up. We should see a pattern. So 5t plus 2d, 2 dresses, is 253. So 3 t-shirt plus 6 dresses gives us 483. So guys, can you see that this 5t, 3t, 2 dress, 6 dress, if we plus them together, can you see that they will give us the same number, which is 8t plus 8d. And of course, if we plus, right, the total amount at the back, we also have to plus. So 253 plus 483, I have 736. So guys, if I have 8 t-shirts and 8 dress, how can I get 1 t-shirt and 1 dress? It's just divided by 8. Okay, so when we divide by 8, right, I will have 1 t-shirt plus 1 dress. And of course, the total amount I also have to divide by 8. I'll get 92. So that's the answer. Okay, the price of the admission ticket to a museum are shown below. So for adult, the ticket is $37. For child, 25, and for senior is 17. Okay, so guys, yeah, by right you have to read this graph, but the numbers has been written down for you, so you can skip this step. So what fraction of the total number of tickets sold on that Sunday were children ticket? So what you need to do, just find the total. Okay, I write here. So total number of people, it will be 800 plus 320 plus 480. Okay, of course that will give us 1600. Okay, so to solve for A, right, what we need to do is just take children over the total. So children is 320 over 1600. Okay, and I'll get 1 over 5. Okay, so what's the total amount collected from the sales of admission ticket on that Sunday? So what we will do is that, guys, very simple. You just take, there are 800 adults, right? So 800 times 37. There are 320 children, right? Just 320 times 25 and 480 times 17. That's all. Okay, so for B, right, you can just do 800 times 37 plus 320 times 25 plus 480 times 17. Okay, so that's the answer. Let me just calculate. Okay, so we have $45,760. Question 13. The figure below shows a rectangular piece of paper with 2 squares cut out. The side of the bigger square is 4 cm and the side of the smaller square is 2 cm. The area of the remaining piece of paper is 78 square centimeter. What is the perimeter of the remaining piece of paper? Okay. Guys, for this question, right, they are asking about the perimeter, okay, not the area. So please take note. Okay, So guys, so for perimeter, right, can you see this is 4 cm, this is 4 cm, this will be 4 cm, okay, and this will be 2 cm here, 2 cm here. Okay, so what we can say, right, guys, it's a bit tricky, okay, a bit tricky in a sense that we need to find the basically we need to find the breadth because we are missing this. Okay, we are missing this. So guys, how do we find the breadth? Okay, we need to find the total area first. Okay, so how do we find? We can find the area of this triangle, this square, right? So it's 4 times 4 equals to 16. We can also find the area of this small square. So this will be 2 times 2 equals to 4. Okay, and the remaining area is 78. So this is 78. So we can find the area of the entire rectangle. So that will be 16 plus 78 plus 4. So I have 98. So I can find the breadth, right? So the breadth equals to 98 divided by the length, and I'll get 7 cm. Okay. So guys, if this is 7 cm, right, I think now we can actually find the perimeter. Guys, perimeter means that we have to go one whole round. Guys, this length, you see, this length we are unable to find. This length also, but we know that if I join these 3 lines together, 1, 2, and 3, can you see that this 3 will form the length, which will be 16. So all those that in red here, it will form 16. Okay, same goes for this, and this. Can you see? So these 3 small lines will form this 16. These 3 small lines here will also form 16 cm. So that's how we will do. And of course, guys, we have to add in. We have to add in this, which is 4. This is 4. Okay. We have to add in this as well. It is 2 and 2, and also 7 and 7. Okay, so you go one whole round, make sure that you cover the entire outline of the figure. So now, how to find the area of the remaining piece of paper? We just have to add up slowly. Okay, so we add up the red line first, so that will be 16 plus 16. Then we add up the green line, so this will be 7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so in this case we would have added up everything. So let's just calculate 20, 20, 40. 40 plus 14 plus 4. Okay, so guys, this answer, it will be 58 cm. Okay, so please take note. Okay, question 14. This is the question on the internal transfer. So we have the Anna, Betsy, and Charlene. So Charlene gave to Betsy, and Betsy gave to Anna. So guys, actually this the number of marbles that they give in this question, it does not matter. It just tells us that the marbles is basically transferred within the 3 of them. So what is important, right, is that anything got to do with just transferring within the members in the group, right? This is called internal transfer. Okay, so this internal transfer, right? Okay, what we can deduce from it is that it will give us a constant total. Okay, so at the end, right, do you see that the number of marbles Anna has to Betsy to Charlene is 2 is to 5 is to 7. So we know that at the end we have this ABC. So Anna is 2, Betsy will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Charlene will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all together is still the same constant total of 168. Okay, so with this we can do it quite easily now, because total they are all together 14 units. So 14 units equals to 168. So 1 unit will be 168 divided by 14. That will give us 12. Okay, so how many marbles did Bessie have? Bessie has 5 units, right? So 5 units will be 5 times 12 equals to 60. Okay, so now, okay, the numbers matter. Okay, because at the end, right, at the end Betsy has 60. So if we look back, right, what is the thing that happened? Charlene gave 15 to Betsy, then Betsy gave 8 to Anna. So to go from the end to at first, right, what you need to do is just like reverse all the changes. So if Betsy gave 8 away to Anna, right, take back. So Betsy has to take back 8 plus 8. Okay, and Charlene gave 15 to Betsy, right? So to reverse to the first, the point before the first change, if let's say Betsy received 15 from Charlene, you just give back 15. Okay, so to reverse these two changes, right, Betsy has to take back 8 and give away 15 back to Charlene. Okay, so from this 60, right, what we need to do is to take back the 8 plus 8, give back the 15 minus 15. Okay, so that will give us 53. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, question 15, right? Mr. Tan made some fish balls. He sold 3/4 of the fish ball in the morning and 1/3 of the remaining fish ball in the afternoon. He made another 506 fish ball and had twice the number of fish ball he made at first. So how many fish ball did he make at first? Okay guys, this is a typical layering method. Okay, so it goes like this. So we have 4 units. So he sold 3 units in the morning. Okay guys, maybe let me make this model a bit smaller. Okay, later I'll tell you why. Okay, so 4 units, right? So he sold 3 units in the morning. So he's left with this 1 unit, right? And he's going to basically cut this into 3 because 1/3 of the remaining, right? So he sold this amount. Okay, so guys, what I can say is that this big unit here is equals to 3 units below, right? So these 3 units, 3 units, 3 units, 3 units. So he made another 506 fish ball, which is now he's left with 2 units, right? 2 units. Okay, and he made another 506. Okay, and he realized that he has now altogether is 2 times of what he has at the beginning. So this 2 times of what he has at the beginning, right? Can you see what he has at the beginning is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 12 units. So twice as much as at first, right? It will be 12 plus 12. So total would be 24 units at the end. Okay, so can you see that he's left with 2 units here, right? And he made 506. So this, can you see that it will be 24 minus 2, 22 units. So we can deduce that 22 units is 506. So 1 unit will be 506 divided by 22. We get 23. So how many fish ball did he make at first? At first is 12 units, right? So we just need to take 12 units equals to 12 times 23. We have 276 fish balls at first. Mrs. Shen bought 12 kg of flour and 5 kg of sugar to bake some cakes. To bake each cake, the amount of flour required is 3 times the amount of sugar. So after baking 8 cakes, she had 3.16 kg of sugar and some flour left. So how many kg of flour were used to bake 1 cake? Guys, what we can say here, right, is that she has 5 kg of flour and she had 3.16 kg of, she has 5 kg of sugar, and at the end she had 3.16 kg of sugar left. So we can find out how much sugar that she used, right? Sugar used, isn't it equals to 5 minus 3.16? You have 1.84 kg. And this 1.84 kg is used to bake 8 cake, right? So what is the sugar used to bake 1 cake? 1.84 divided by 8. Okay. We have 0.23 kg. Okay, so how many kg of flour were used to bake one cake? Can you see that the amount of flour required to bake one cake is 3 times the amount of sugar, right? So for A, isn't it just 0.23 times 3 equals to 0.69 kg? So how many kilogram of flour were left? So first of all, we know that for one cake, right, we need 0.69 kg of flour. So for 8 cakes, what we need is 8 times 0.69. Okay. We have 5.52 kg. So how many kg of flour were left? Okay, so isn't it just 12 minus 5.52? We will have 6 point, sorry, I think I made a mistake. 5.52, you subtract that from 12. Okay, we have 6.48 kg of flour left. Okay, container A is completely filled with water and container B is filled with some water. So half of the water from container A is poured into container B. So how much water is there in container B now? Give your answer in milliliter. Okay, guys, let's look at this. How much water is there in container A? So what we can find is that volume of water, it will be 25 times 8 times 10. Okay, we have 2000 cubic centimeter. So because it says half, right? So we want to find out what is half of this 2000. Just divide by 2. We have 1000 cubic centimeter. So basically, we are pouring 1000 cubic centimeter of water from A to B. Okay, so A in B, right? What's the amount of water in B at first? Isn't it 22 times 11 times 6, length times breadth times the height of the water? Okay, so that will give us 1452. So 1452, right? You plus the 1000 that you pour over from container A, right? You have 2452 cubic centimeter. Okay, so that will be the A answer. And for B, right? After half the water was transferred from A to B, right? Mr. Lim wants to fill container B with water to the brim. So how much water does he need? Okay, give in liter. So first of all, we need to find out how much water can B take. Okay, so for B, right? The total capacity will be the volume. It will be 22 times 11 times 23. It's 5566. So the amount of water required, right? It will just be 5566 minus 2452. Okay. And we have 3114 ml or cubic centimeter. But take note, the questions wants in liter. Okay, in liter down here. So please divide by 1000, you change it to 3.114 liter. Okay, so that's the answer.